I'm giving the thank yous, and Mike's gonna give the tearjerker. Okay. I have nothing written, and Mike has a long speech. So just see, I'm gonna keep it short. But just kidding. It's on a card. But I really want to just give my thank yous and my gratitude for this wonderful family of ours that have supported us, through thick and thin, and just always been nothing but love and support. I mean, we are the luckiest family, to have. Like, for myself, I was an only child, my parents were divorced, but to really still be able to connect my families together and to show that to Jacob, is a really, something that I treasure. And to see all of you here, it just really warms my heart. And then all of my friends here that I've developed over the years, through volleyball, through Grandview, middle school, high school, and my wonderful neighbors that have always been just so open door policy, always, sharing things, and it's amazing. We're connected in so many ways. I just want to thank my neighbors because I really feel that I belong in this community, and Jacob as well, really being super privileged to be able to live in one community his entire life in one school district, which I really want to also give gratitude to our school district, giving Jacob a great education to propel him to what it takes to be a really dedicated scholar, and really, himself as a person that he is, to really, put the metal to the metal to the pedal, or whatever, the pedal to the metal, and really doing it from his heart. Like, he really is a scholar, and he really was excited about school, and I think that started with my mom. Honestly, I think he was her first teacher. He was just loved school from the beginning, and it has never faltered. Until now, as a senior, now he doesn't love school. But he really is a lover of learning, and it really started with my mom. And I really give it to my mom. People ask us, well, how did you do it? How did you create such a student who could go to such a great school? And it really does. Wherever my mom is, I don't see her. There she is. It really, I give it all to her. She's the secret sauce. She's the secret sauce. So we so my mom really is the secret sauce. So I just really want to give my gratitude for all of you coming such long distances and just being so open-hearted with us. I just, love all of my beach friends, and all of my friends from college, and I just thank you. This is not only Jacob's party, but it's our party too. Okay? So thank you. Thank you for coming to my party.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. This is truly a family affair. Literally everyone here, even Joe, our caterer. Joe is, thank you, Joe, and Paul and Eddie. Joe's wife and I work together at Kaiser, and Joe, just in case if anyone wants his services, he's not available. He said he doesn't. So this is a favor of him to do this for us, and so like I said, this is really, as I look across the crowd, it kind of reminds me of when we got married, because I look across and I see all these family and friends. And
about 100 people.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, same size too.
It's the same size of our wedding. Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to, what I wanted to do today is really pay tribute to 18 years of hard work, sweat, and tears. But tomorrow is Mother's Day, so instead we're going to talk about Jacob. So, Jacob, a lot of people have been coming up to me and saying, wow, you must be so proud. And we are super, super proud of Jacob. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but Jacob actually potty trained when he was only a year and a half old. True story, yeah. And actually, I remember he had just potty trained, and him and I were sitting in the bathroom, and he had just gone into the bathroom, and he looked down at what he had just created in the potty, and he was 2, and he looked up at me and he said, "Snowman." Ladies and gentlemen, this boy genius pooped out an exact replica of Frosty the Snowman when he was just 2 years old. Yes, exactly. So, but And we have pictures to prove it, just in case. And that's the crazy thing, right? I mean, can you imagine? We are so we are proud of everything that comes out of Jacob, literally. And that's, I think people here can understand what it's like to, you know, just enjoy the whole parenting process. You know, it's been just laughs and warmth and excitement. And then Jacob became a teenager. And since then, you know, it's changed, but I can say that Jacob and I have really, as a father and son, we have that unique relationship that can only be forged through a closed bedroom door. But, and I know it's going to be hard for Lisa, right, honey? Lisa's going to miss those little things, right? Like those little drops of urine that Jacob leaves on the toilet seat for you. That's what she'll be missing. But, you know, I mean, I think everyone that has been here has supported us and told us that you know, Jacob, I think once he's away, he'll realize what he's missing, and we'll eventually get that phone call from Visa that he needs this new credit limit on. So, but this has been a really humbling experience. I would say parenting, it's no joke. I tell my patients, as a pediatrician, I tell them, I go, you know, if you could see me in action at home, you would fire me as your pediatrician. And it's true because, you know, it's not always easy. You know, I raised Jacob for, you know, speaking Spanish. For 12 years, I spoke to Jacob in Spanish. Jacob spoke back to me in Spanish for about 6 of those years, and so it took me a while to sort of figure out that, you know, he wasn't down with the thing. But, and that's what I've learned, I think, as a parent, is that you have to separate your dreams from his dreams. And as you guys know, Lisa and I are both UCLA Bruins.
Go Bruins!
Yeah. And Jacob is going elsewhere. And I wanted to share a story about UCLA. For those of you guys who don't know, there is a legendary coach by the name of Coach Terry Donahue. And he coached UCLA football for probably 20 years. And he has the distinction of being the winningest coach in UCLA football history. And so we actually ran into Coach Terry Donahue as a family when Jacob was a little kid in the UCLA bookstore. So we went over there to go meet him. And I mean, this guy is a legend. He has an entire section of the Rose Bowl named after him, the Coach Terry Donahue Pavilion. And we said, hey, you know, Coach Donahue, I just really wanted to meet you. It was such an honor. And he looked down and he saw this little kid wearing a UCLA hat, UCLA t-shirt, UCLA shorts. I think he was wearing UCLA Crocs even. I mean, no joke. And the legendary Coach Terry Donahue leaned down and he looked at Jacob and he said, well, where do you want to go to college one day? And Jacob looked at Coach Donahue and he said, Stanford. And that is a true story. But I think it just goes to show that even back then, Jacob really knew how to stick it to people, you know? So anyways, I told Lisa said, you know, keep it short. I said, it's going to be short. I'm going to start with potty training and end with, like, Stanford. It'll be short. But I know it was kind of joking, but it's really because the other version I wrote, I just kept crying every time I wrote it. Because, I mean, the reality is that, you know, we're so proud of Jacob, but we are going to, you know, miss that trio that we have here. And you know, Jacob has really grown up to become just a good person, and I know that from our conversations, and I'm really just pleased that he's going to be taking that next step at Stanford, and we want to just let you know that we love you very much, Jacob, and we're super proud of you.
Oh.
Yeah. And we have cake. I'm going to cut the cake up in a second.